Welcome to Novelish Universe, where pages come alive and story touch the soul. Step into a realm of sorrow and love and fate, where every word whispers emotion and every moment leaves a mark. Let your imagination soar. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for regular updates on new novels. Today, we begin a powerful journey with the novel Risking My Life, Proposing to Miss Hazel. The story begins now. Chapter 17. Hazel, I'm heading to work. I made a cheese omelet for you, so eat it. See you later. You don't have to come to the shop, just rest. It had already been 3 weeks since Mr. Felix quit drinking. He woke up at dawn, collected holy water from the monster territory, cleaned the shop, and divided the holy water into bottles. When the sun set, he came home, did the housework, and went to sleep. He was so hardworking that there was nothing suspicious to dig into. But unsold stock was piling up in the shop again. No matter how much I tried to stop him, it was useless. Brother, customers who buy holy water in bulk like last time won't just appear again. Please stop. We won't even sell all this in a year. Hazel, just trust me. It'll sell soon. At this rate, we won't even have money to buy glass bottles. How are we going to pay taxes next week? Don't worry about taxes. I'll handle it. Peaceful days never last long. Life always brings new worries. These days, my worry was Mr. Felix. Hard-working, but completely lacking a plan. He was better than when he was a reckless troublemaker, but this version was still a problem. He kept working hard at something that had no real meaning. I can't just rely on him. I took out my money pouch and poured the silver coins onto the blanket. Exactly 30 silver coins. After setting aside money for taxes, we would have to starve for a week. Felix had been buying groceries lately, but as far as I knew, his own money pouch was completely empty as of yesterday. I need to earn money. At least 10 silver coins. But as long as my brother stayed at the general store, I couldn't earn money there. Any money I made would immediately be used by him to buy more glass bottles for holy water. Because of us, Uncle Martin, who ran the glass workshop, was the only one getting richer. Instead of my usual sky blue dress, I put on an old, worn-out dress and left the house. Today, I planned to walk around the village and find any work that paid. Washing dishes, laundry, sewing. Anything was fine. Even if I worked all day, I'd probably earn just 1 silver coin, but at least we could afford food. When I stepped outside, the warmth of late spring filled our yard. I walked down the slope covered with bright wildflowers and entered the center of the village. Under the rice flower tree covered in white blossoms, villagers had gathered. They chatted, read books, played chess, and gambled. Is there a chance I have a talent for that? The thought suddenly crossed my mind, and I tightly shut my eyes. Have I gone crazy? Why am I even thinking about gambling? There's a saying that every family has a fixed amount of troublemaker energy. If the eldest is hardworking, the second becomes the troublemaker, or the other way around. So maybe it wasn't strange that I felt lazier after Felix became diligent. But no, that couldn't happen. I had lived my whole life as a hardworking person. My pride wouldn't allow it. Aunt Anna, hello, good morning. I greeted Maribel's mother first. If I was lucky, she might give me some sewing work. Oh, Hazel, it's been a while. Why are you wearing old clothes instead of new? I'm looking for small jobs today. Is there anything you need help with? Oh dear, I don't have anything today. Aunt Anna's eyebrows drooped with pity. She must have heard about hard-working Felix's strange behavior lately. I asked other villagers too, but the answers were the same. With taxes due in a week, even 1 silver coin was precious. Hazel, I'm sorry. Maybe ask someone else. I have some misshapen bread. Do you want to take some? I heard the herb gatherers are busy these days, but picking herbs might be too hard for you. It's okay. Thank you for thinking of me. I forced a smile and turned away. Then, Oh, my, Mr. Barron? At Aunt Anna's voice calling him, I jumped in surprise and hurried away. The man who'd settled in the village less than a month ago and already become not just hard-working, but highly capable. Mr. Barron, cousin of Uncle Franz's relative. I had been avoiding him for 2 weeks. At first, I avoided him because I was embarrassed about the foolish thing I did that day, but now avoiding him had become a habit. I didn't even know why anymore. In a small village like this, we were bound to run into each other someday, yet whenever I heard his name, smelled his scent, or saw his shadow, I instinctively hid, just like now. I swear I wasn't doing it on purpose. It felt more like the instinct of a prey animal avoiding a predator. When I came to my senses, I was hiding behind Aunt Maria's bakery trying to calm my heavy breathing. From beyond the bakery, I could hear the villagers speaking warmly to him. "Mr. Barron, thank you. The roof doesn't leak anymore. My husband says when he goes hunting with you, they catch twice as much game. Can you go again tomorrow?" "Oh, Mr. Barron is busy. The herb gatherers have claimed him lately. They say he's incredibly fast at sorting herbs." "Is that all he's good at? He even straightened out my sons. I was worried they'd turn into a troublemaker like Felix. Oh, my. Hazel was here, wasn't it? Look at my mouth." "It's fine. Hazel left." "I left, yes, but I'm still listening." With a bitter expression, I let out a sigh mixed with envy. He must be earning a lot of money these days. Even in a bad economy, capable people always had full money pouches. Mr. Barron was one of them. He had said he would become a hard-working man and pull his own weight. Now he was doing the work of 10 people. The villagers would actually feel uneasy without him. "The only thing I'm good at is being hard-working. I was polite, careful, and quick with numbers, but that was basic for anyone in a rural village. It wasn't special." While I was feeling a little down, I heard my name mentioned. "You could easily support a wife and kids. Isn't there any girl you like?" "What about our Hazel? She's a good girl. Pretty face, even prettier heart. She comes with Felix as extra baggage, but Mr. Barron won't mind, I have a feeling." "Quiet, everyone. If you push too much, it won't work. I heard from Maribel they're already close." "Oh my, I had no idea." I quietly grabbed my hair. I couldn't believe such rumors were already spreading. I had never resented my bold friend's loose mouth as much as today. Worse, while the villagers chattered, Mr. Barron said nothing. That made it even more embarrassing. I'm sure he's so uncomfortable too. People from the city often took a long time to adjust to the nosy culture of rural villages, and Mr. Barron probably came from the capital, so it must be even harder for him. With a head down, I quietly slipped away from the center of the village. Even if I had to go hungry today, I didn't want to hear any more embarrassing talk. But then, "So you were here." A low voice spoke and a dark shadow fell over me. My whole body went cold, like I had seen a ghost on a moonlit night. My heart nearly jumped out of my chest. He was just at the village center. How was he standing in front of me? Pretending not to be startled, I forced my expression to calm and slowly lifted my stiff neck. The red eyes that met mine curved gently. "It's been a while, Miss Hazel." Chapter 18. Hick. I wanted to say that it had been a long time and that I was happy to see him, even if it was a lie, but the only thing coming out of my mouth was hiccups. Heat rushed to my face and my eyes widened in embarrassment. I tried to greet him again. Hick, hick. Just more hiccups. This was driving me crazy. Even though it could have been an awkward situation, Mr. Barron didn't look troubled at all. Instead, the playful smile in his eyes grew deeper, as if he were enjoying this. He really was a strange person. I finally calmed my breathing and greeted him properly. "It's been a while for me too, Mr. Barron." He bent slightly at the waist to meet my eye level. His perfectly sculpted face came within a hand's distance. His pupils slowly moved up and down my face. It was embarrassing. Not making eye contact during a conversation is rude, but staring like this is even ruder. Is this how people act in the city? After watching me silently, a lazy smile formed on his lips. It's nice to see your face like this. Silence. I wish I could see it more often. There was 10 drops of warmth and 1 drop of disappointment in his voice. My heart pricked a little. It was true, I had been avoiding him. Let's not do that anymore. It's actually good that we ran into each other like this. Being friendly and polite is my biggest strength. I don't have many abilities to be proud of, and my confidence is already low. I can't afford to lose one of my few good points. When I straightened up, he did the same. Looking up at him like a puppy that caused trouble, I honestly admitted my fault. It's always better to admit and apologize quickly. I'm sorry. I avoided you because I thought I made a fool of myself that day. I won't do that anymore. His sharp eyebrows lifted slightly, softening his expression. It seemed he hadn't expected me to apologize. He moved his lips as if choosing his words, then suddenly said something unexpected. Miss Hazel, do you have time today? I do? I have work that must be finished today, but I'm short on help. I'll pay you well. Would you help me? Excuse me? The moment I heard he was offering work, my eyes lit up. Mr. Barron really did have a big heart to match his broad chest. Considering I had been avoiding him, he was surprisingly generous. I accepted immediately. Even if the pay wasn't good, I would have agreed. Sure, what kind of work? The place he took me was the herbalist's hut. Since the weather had warmed up, all kinds of wild greens, mushrooms, and herbs were in season. The hut was filled with the rich scent of spring. There were even rare herbs you couldn't easily find outside the mountain area: dark cap mushrooms, white claw grass, lantern flowers, and more. Luden village lies close to monster territory, so many unusual plants grow here that can't be found elsewhere in the empire. That's why the village's biggest specialty is rare medicinal herbs. But even though we gather and sell them, the villagers don't earn much money. Because of the Lord of Cromwell Castle. There's no way to go down to the city without passing through Cromwell Castle, so we can't trade directly with merchant groups. In the end, we have no choice but to sell our herbs cheaply to merchant companies connected to the Lord. The villagers do all the hard work, and the Lord takes the profit. It's a bitter reality, but there's nothing we can do about it. Mr. Barron, herbs like these sell for high prices in the city? They cost whatever price the seller names. Herbs from Cromwell Castle are especially famous, though I didn't know they were actually from Luden village. This kind of exploitation is common in rural villages. It might be hard for someone from the city to adjust. Adjusting? He trailed off with a mysterious smile. Then he went deeper into the hut and came back carrying a basket bigger than his torso. It was filled with white bamboo shoots like herbs. That's white claw grass. You recognize it? Of course. White claw grass looks like bamboo shoots at first glance, but it's pure white like snow and curved like a beast's claw. If you chew the stem inside its hard shell, juice flows out. It's excellent for hydration and restoring stamina. That's why merchants who travel long distances and soldiers always carry it. War refugees who must run far rely on it. But the problem is, are we supposed to prepare all of this? Mr. Barron nodded calmly. I laughed awkwardly and tapped one of the herbs with my fist. Thud. It sounded like hitting firewood. Actually, it was even harder than firewood. What should we do? I can't prepare this. It's impossible for a woman to peel white claw grass. Except for Sarah. She comes from a woodcutter family, and her back and arm muscles are built differently from most women. She can split firewood better than her husband. Thanks to that, her husband is rumored to be the best dishwasher in the village. With some gentle confusion, Mr. Barron replied calmly, I know, there's something else you'll be helping with. If you have strength equal to a merchant's and good stamina, preparing white claw grass is simple. First, cut off the hard base with a large blade. Second, insert your fingers into the crack and split it in half like an apple. Third, pull out the stem that peeks out between the broken shell. My job was only the third step. Pull, pull. The juice-covered stem slid smoothly out from the hard shell. I didn't need to use any strength at all. Is it really okay to earn money this easily? That thought came naturally. Unlike me, who was relaxed, Mr. Barron had rolled up his sleeves to his forearms and was working diligently. Slice, slice, cutting the base. Crack, splitting the shell. The veins in his large hands and forearms stood out. His muscles moved like tree roots under his skin. Even so, his breathing was steady, not even slightly rash. Even Uncle Franz, the strongest man in the village, looks tired after preparing about 10 of these. But Mr. Barron, who is related to Franz's family and still young, remained energetic even after 20. That's amazing. They say city people are usually weaker than villagers, but Mr. Barron would be considered a monster even by village standards. And it's not just strength. Every cut base was the same size, and even the angle of each split was identical. No wonder Mr. Herbalists adore him. I'm sure Mr. Barron would never run out of work in his life, even without magical tools. Noticing my obvious stare, he stopped cutting and looked up. A clear bead of sweat rolled down his tall nose. "Do you have something to say?" "No, it's just, I feel a bit guilty. It doesn't seem like you really need me." "I do." "Why?" "If the juice gets on my hands, it makes the other work inconvenient." "Oh." I nodded, pretending to agree, but I wasn't convinced. He could just wipe the juice off, or he could pull out the stems later on all at once. A smart city man would obviously know that. Maybe he's helping me. In such a small village, he might have seen me looking for small jobs. Thinking that way, I felt grateful, but also a little embarrassed that he gave me unnecessary work on purpose. I feel like I keep owing Mr. Barron. The end. Thank you for wandering through today's tale in the novelish universe. If the story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join our growing realm of dreamers. Until we meet again, keep your heart open and your mind enchanted.